welcome to Outside the Huddle. I'm your host, Tressie Leindecker. Coming up on today's show, it was one of the most memorable nights in Saints history, and we have it covered. Plus, it was Saints Mania before the biggest game of the season. And the Falcons lend a helping hand in cleaning up a section of the Crescent City. All that and much more coming up on this week's edition of Outside the Huddle. The only question coming into Monday night's game was, what would be the bigger attraction, the hoopla surrounding the game or the game itself? Our own Dawn Ostrom tells us Saints fans were ready for just about anything the day had to offer.
They second line to the beat of their own music.
16-0, baby! Who dat? Who dat?
Dirty Bird hunting. Dirty Bird right there.
Started trash talking early.
It's better than Mardi Gras.
The weather was picture perfect for a party that kicked off around noon.
Oh, well, this is history. The first game back shows that we're a real building and we're still fans. And we're going to whip Atlanta.
No one wanted to miss this. The images of the dome as a shelter can start to fade away. Finally, it's a place to play again. The Saints' home.
It's like Super Bowl material. It's crazy, and I love it.
Fans showed their love in all sorts of ways. Kim Diacelis went to extremes just to be here.
I spent all day in the ER at Tulane, so I have this nice little pump. They let me leave, and so I could come do my thing here, so that was very nice.
So you wouldn't miss this game?
No.
She just got a new kidney, and she and her donor said they would not miss this.
Well, because it's the biggest event that's happened around here in a long time.
Positive event.
Positive event.
Right.
The power of the night wasn't reserved just for Saints fans.
Oh, it's just amazing, darling. It's just amazing being here, being with the Atlanta Falcon fans and New Orleans fans.
Atlanta fans say they were moved by the stories of the Superdome during Katrina. But tonight they stuck out like sore thumbs in a sea of black and gold and creative costumes.
I'm not a player, but you help out a little bit.
No word on whether this bush made it into the dome, but he kept fans entertained in the carnival-like atmosphere outside.
Saints fans say the electric atmosphere isn't just going to be for today, it's going to last the whole season. In fact, right now, they're making predictions. The Saints are going to win the Super Bowl.
When we whip Atlanta tonight, we're going on the rest of the way. We may lose one or two, but it'll be flukes if somebody beats us.
Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
No doubt, as they try to go all the way, they'll have the black and gold faithful right there with them, filling the dome like never before.
Go Saints, go!
For Outside the Huddle, I'm Dawn Ostrom.
This past Monday, the Saints clipped the Dirty Birds. Our own Sean Temple joins us from Saints practice facility. Sean, tell us how things are going after Monday night's win.
Tressie, I sound like a number of folks out here at Saints camp because after Monday Night Football, not a lot of voices left in the city of New Orleans. A lot of excitement surrounding that game and the big victory, 23-3 over the Falcons. Sean Payton becomes one of only 3 coaches in the history of NFL football to start off his coaching tenure at 3-0. The other 2, his former coaching buddy John Fox and Vince Lombardi. It was a game in which the special teams contributed largely to the win. They blocked the Falcons' first punt and later in the game blocked a Morton Anderson field goal attempt. Overall, both the offense and the defense combined for one of the best games in Saints history.
Overall, we played well. I was pleased with the effort. I was pleased with the focus. I thought we had a great week of preparation. Not just a good week, and I had said that to a handful of people prior to the game. I thought we prepared and practiced well, and when you do that, you have a chance to carry it over to the game, and I think we did.
You're excited. It's an emotional time as far as being back in the Superdome and, playing a home game and not playing there really in 2 years almost. So, you're definitely excited about it and pleased, and that victory was definitely for the fans.
There's probably 7 plays a game that are going to change the outcome of a game. To have 2 of those on special teams, as a team you want to have 5 of those 7 big plays. But as a special teams unit, if you can have 1 every game, that's great. But mostly you just want to help your team win. And so for us to provide as a special teams unit, I'm proud. I'm proud of our guys.
My focus was to catch every ball that drew through to me. Every ball meant something to me. had I dropped the ball, ran the wrong route, and wasn't productive for the offense for this football team, I would have felt like I was letting not only myself down, but the city down. Some people don't even have a job, but they found a way to buy season tickets. So everything was special.
We're now joined by Saints rookie safety Roman Harper. Roman, a big night on Monday night against the Falcons. Could you contain those emotions?
Well, we had to. Had to keep a level head, but definitely after that block kick, at the beginning of the game, you wanted to just go out there and hug everybody and just say, hey, let's go in right now, just end it right now. It couldn't get any better. But definitely it was a great win for the city, just for everybody here.
Last week you said you'd only played a video game with Michael Vick,
yes.
And you said you were hoping that he wasn't as elusive on the field as he is in the video game. Was he more elusive, or give me your best?
He was definitely probably the fastest player I've ever played against. He's definitely more elusive in real life than he is on the game. On the game, you can just run into him and stuff like that, but in real life, you can't do that. So he's definitely a handful to deal with, and it was definitely an honor to play against him.
Now, I know when you go into Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, it's a loud venue.
Yes.
But the other night against the Falcons, that was pretty loud in the Superdome.
Yes, it was. It was extremely loud. It brought me right back to college atmosphere again. Because, in the pros, they say the stadiums aren't as big, but, definitely how loud it was in the Superdome was amazing. It was just, you just felt it in the air, the spirit, all the fans were into it all 4 quarters, and it really paid off for us, and we gave him something special last night.
Michael Vick said it was the loudest atmosphere he's ever played in. Can you agree?
Yeah, it was definitely up there. If it wasn't the loudest, it was definitely up there in the top 2 or 3. So it was amazing. It was just a great atmosphere. It was, that right there just gets everybody jazzed up, gives us extra energy on those third downs, and when the crowd really starts getting into it, it just really pays off.
Now, you've been here in New Orleans for about 8 months now since you got drafted.
Yes.
Have you gotten to see the community? What has the community done to you? Do they embrace you a little bit?
Yeah, you do. Everybody sees you. I go to different places, different restaurants. People talk to you. They recognize me, and I tell them who I am. They realize who I am, and it's definitely been good. My neighbors are real nice. Everybody loves me. They come over after the games and congratulate me, and it's been really good. I've had times I've driven through the hurricane bad places, and it's just different. Some places don't even have street lights really, and some signs are still down, but it's just it all takes time, and it's slowly coming back.
Another big game with Carolina coming up this week, a road game and an NFC South game to boot.
Yes.
It's going to be a big atmosphere for you again.
Yeah, it is. I got a couple friends that stay in North Carolina that I went to high school with, so I definitely get to see them again, and just going up against a great team like Carolina Panthers, who a lot of people pick to go to the Super Bowl this year. We had another great task force. Steve Smith and Jake Delhomme, knows all that. Keyshawn Johnson. It was a really potent offense. So, and now they're all back healthy. So we definitely have our hands full, and we gotta get right.
Roman, thank you for joining us on Outside the Huddle.
Thank you.
Rookie safety Roman Harper joining us on Outside the Huddle. Now let's take a look at the updated NFC South standings. Two Saints players were given NFL honors this week. Kicker John Carney was named NFC Special Teams Player of the Month. Carney is a perfect 9 for 9 on field goals this year, including a season-long 51-yarder against Atlanta on Monday night. Saints linebacker Scott Fujita was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week on Wednesday. Fujita led a suffocating New Orleans defense to their 23-3 win over Atlanta, with 8 tackles, and also registered one of the Saints' 6 sacks on Michael Vick. He forced a fumble on the night, and the defense overall has played stellar. And we asked Fujita if the defense has even impressed themselves.
It's not so much impressing ourselves. We set our standards very high, and we're just looking to improve each week. As corny as that may sound, we're just trying to build 1 week at a time and keep getting this thing better.
The defensive lineman from Purdue went down late in the first quarter on a kickoff. Ninkovich tore his MCL, not the hated ACL, but he could still miss around 2 months.
I've been playing for so long. When I get a little shot and I know I can get up and keep going, and I knew right when I got hit, I was like, man, it's not good. So, right now I just gotta get my MRI and all that stuff and see how it heals up. Right now I gotta wait for the swelling to go down, and
see what happens.
Tressie, we'll be back later on the show to tell you about the upcoming game against the Carolina Panthers. Between now and then, I'll try to find my voice, but for now, we'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sean. Coming up next, Deuce and Drew get together for a big cause. Plus, we meet this week's High School Coach of the Week. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Janella Newsom. See what the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons are cleaning up. That's next on Outside the Huddle.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has up to 150 extra college football games. Key matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football. To order, call your cable or satellite provider.
Talk about playing on the road. This team's been on the road since 2004. Come on, guys. Let's go, baby. Game time, baby. We can't wait to get back in the dome where we belong. Team.
Last year we played 11 games in a row. It's time for us to play one at home.
Back in New Orleans. Yeah, baby, back in the dome.
Ready?
Come cheer on the Tulane Green Wave. Back home in the dome. First game September 30th when the Green Wave meets SMU. Call 861-WAVE.
Eric Hill Nissan, the fastest growing dealership in all of Louisiana. It's our final 100 sale. We have only 100 06 Nissans left on our lot, and we'll make you a great deal just to clear them out. Drive home the rugged 06 Nissan Titan truck for only $17,854. Or how about the stunning 06 Ultima for an unbelievable $15,995?
Hi, I'm Eric Hill, and we're kicking the season off by slashing the prices on every new Nissan on our lot.
On I-10 and Bullard in New Orleans East. Buy from a Tiger.
Gulf Coast Office Products is your source for a full line of digital networked copiers, laser fax equipment, and laser printers.
Locally operated, Gulf Coast Office Products has been servicing Louisiana for 30 years with a large service department which includes on-site parts inventory and supplies.
A knowledgeable staff will assist in selecting full-color and black and white digital networked products with flexible financing to meet any budget. Gulf Coast Office Products. Excellence in imaging.
Welcome back, everyone. Usually the weekend gets kicked off on a Friday night, but when there's Monday Night Football involved, things take a more leisurely pace. That's why one of the biggest charity events of the season happened this past Saturday night. Deuce McAllister's Catch-22 Foundation used 9 months to plan the Cocktails for Katrina event. Drew Brees agreed to partner with Deuce and make the evening twice as nice. The two Saints helped raise money that will be donated to Hurricane Katrina efforts.
I've been so impressed with just the turnout, obviously people coming to support and having a great time. We raised so much money tonight, and obviously it's going, right back into the city of New Orleans.
Letting them know that there's an opportunity. There's somebody out there that cares for them, and if they continue to dream, they can achieve, and that's what it's all about.
As part of the NFL's Junior Player Development Homecoming Jamboree, volunteers got together to clean up another part of the city. This time, the location Willie Hall Playground. Our own Janella Newsom tells us it's just another way for the city to get back on its feet.
14-year-old Denzel Hartley lost his home due to Hurricane Katrina, but not his sentiment for the city of New Orleans.
I would love to see somebody clean up my area if it had a disaster or something.
Which is why he and others are cleaning up the Willie Hall Playground that sits a few blocks from where he grew up. Hartley, who now resides in Atlanta, participated in the community initiative sponsored by the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Each team provided 75 children who actively participate in their football programs.
The New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons Youth Services have put aside their football rivalry. They've come together to help a community that continues to rebuild since Hurricane Katrina.
Atlanta's youth football manager says though the NFL is quite competitive, it is a fraternity of such.
League is also a brotherhood. We come together for the betterment of the overall perspective of the NFL's goal, which is to make a difference in the lives of America's youth. That means we're united together. We're collaborating, bringing all the resources together, and maximizing opportunities for kids.
Saints youth director agrees and says he senses a vibe between the two teams that will probably last as long as the rivalry has.
The positive attitude is just really nice to see so many people working together to accomplish one goal, and the goal being to get this playground up and back to where it was before.
And so, if just for a little while, children from New Orleans and Atlanta clean up a playground that could very well produce the next Reggie Bush or Michael Vick. For Outside the Huddle, I'm Janella Newsom.
Thanks, Janella. Although the Falcons left New Orleans a little upset after Monday night's football game, they did leave the city with a few more smiles than before they came. The Falcons donated close to $2 million in hurricane relief. That's more than any other NFL team. This past weekend, as part of the junior player development program that Janella just told us about, Nike contributed 4,000 pairs of shoes to New Orleans high school athletes on behalf of Falcons star Michael Vick. Overall, the Falcons have done their best to help out a fellow organization.
I think that all of our youth need to see that they're part of a larger program. I mean, this is the NFL League program, and they're part of the NFL family. And I think it's important that we involve them in experiences that take them outside of their typical environment. They see a bigger picture, and they certainly got to see that this weekend, and I think they'll all be much better for that.
We've arrived at our next break, but don't go anywhere. When we return, we get to know a Saints-ation a little bit better. That's later on Outside the Huddle.
Introducing the rebirth of cool. Gatorade Rain. Start crisp, finish clean. Stay cool in the heat. Gatorade Rain.
Talk about playing on the road. This team's been on the road since 2004. Come on, guys.
Let's go, baby. Game time, baby.
We can't wait to get back in the dome where we belong.
Team. Last year we played 11 games in a row. It's time for us to play one at home.
Back in New Orleans.
Yeah, baby, back in the dome. Ready?
Come cheer on the Tulane Green Wave. Back home in the dome. First game September 30th when the Green Wave meets SMU. Call 8.
Welcome back to Outside the Huddle. It's now time to talk a little bit more football. The Saints are hoping to keep their winning streak alive. We head back to Saints camp where we're joined by Sean Temple. Sean, tell us how things are going.
Trusty, it'll be another NFC South battle as the Saints travel up to face the Carolina Panthers this week. Jake Delhomme, the former Saint, will try to bring the Panthers around. They started off the season 1-2, but got a little hot at the end of last game. Last season, the Saints and the Panthers split the game with the Saints getting their first win in the very first game of the season. Things went downhill last year, but the Saints are on the up and up as they've already won as many games this year as they did a year ago. But they know that the Panthers are always a tough opponent.
Well, you know, it'll be a tough game. You know, emotionally, this team has to be prepared to play. You can't come out flat, you know, thinking about that you just won a pretty good game on Monday night. You know, you have to be prepared and ready to play on Sunday. So, you know, Carolina, they were able to win with a field goal this past Sunday. So, you know, they'll be ready to play at home, and it's a divisional game, like you said again.
Conference games are big, you know what I mean? Those are the games you got to win and you want to win because they count the most going into the playoffs and winning your division. So, this game coming up this week against Carolina, this is a big game.
They're talented, they're well coached. I have a tremendous amount of respect for John Fox, and he and I are good friends, and shared a lot of good memories together in New York. And so with a short week going on the road, you know, it's a challenge for us, and I know he'll have his team ready.
Tressie, that wraps it up from Saints camp. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
The Saints have a new patron Saint partner, Winn-Dixie. Saints fans will enjoy the new relationship between the Saints and Winn-Dixie. During each home game, one lucky fan with a Winn-Dixie customer reward card will win a $100 gift card. In addition, Winn-Dixie stores will be the exclusive locations for fans to register each week for a chance to participate in Coca-Cola's Cash Catch during halftime at each Saints home game. We've arrived at our final break. Coming up next, we meet this week's high school football coach of the week. We'll be back on Outside the Huddle.
Hi, my name's Ashley. Want to know more about me? Check out Outside the Huddle.
Hall, located in the heart of the Warehouse District, is New Orleans' premier special event banquet facility. Our family-owned 30,000-plus square foot facility boasts 3 spacious rooms, 4 dance floors, a state-of-the-art audio-visual system, and 7 fully stocked bars where you can host any type of event that you can imagine. Whether it be a small reception for 100 or a large corporate event for over 2,000, our gorgeous facility and friendly staff are sure to impress. Join the staff at Generations Hall in wishing the Tigers a successful season. Go Fighting Tigers!
Meet the Camper family. They got a great idea to go camping, so they bought themselves a tent. Only the tent idea really didn't work out the way they thought it would. But little Steven Camper got a bright idea.
Let's go to Family RV and get a new camper.
So off they went to Family RV Center and bought a Surveyor bunkhouse for only $15,650. Now the Camper family are actually happy campers, thanks to little Steven's idea to buy a camper from Family RV Center.
These are actual pictures as seen on a Pioneer Elite high-definition plasma TV. Pictures so bright, so razor sharp, so high in contrast that people think it's like looking through a window. I'm Henry Alterman. Pioneer uses a patented deep encased cell structure that produces twice as much light output. Pioneer has a 2-year warranty that Alterman Audio doubles to 4 years. Before you invest in a home theater system, sound out Alterman Audio. We really can't answer your questions. Alterman Audio for some sound advice.
Get out of credit card debt now with Safeguard Credit Counseling Services. Safeguard is a nonprofit debt management company dedicated towards helping you get out from under your mounting credit card debt while still meeting your monthly financial obligations. Regardless of your credit history, Safeguard negotiates with your creditors and lowers your interest rate down to 0 to 10%. We consolidate all of your credit card payments into one low monthly payment, and you can save thousands of dollars. Pay off that debt in a fraction of the time. Call now for a free no obligation analysis.
Ooh, roast beef, definitely. Reggie Bush.
Why?
I like his new energy and like excitement that he's bringing to the team, and it's really pepping up the team. I like that. I can dance. It's really. I used to play the piano, so yeah. Defense.
Why?
I like tough boys that can defend their team. That's hot.
I think that's a phrase.
Yeah, hot. That's a good word.
Welcome back. Our high school coach of the week is Edna Carr's head coach, Jabbar Jalouk. The Cougars persevered in 3 overtimes to defeat Jesuit 22-20. Their season record is 2-0 overall, and they have exceeded expectations of many local preseason predictions. This is Jaluk's 4th year as head coach of the Cougars and has now spent 12 years in the high school football coaching ranks. The New Orleans Saints of the National Football League would like to congratulate him on his hard-fought victory. The Saints and the NFL will be donating $1,000 to the athletic department of the Edna Carr Eagles on behalf of Coach Jaluk's football program.
It exemplifies how hard my team is working and assistant coaches are doing a great job, because without my assistant coaches, I would not be able to receive this award. These guys deserve a great amount of credit for it, just as much as I do.
We're just about finished, but we're already working on next week's program. The Saints are on the road again, but this time it's to an NFC South foe. Plus, Hollis Thomas gets involved in the community. And we honor our high school football coach of the week. That's all on next week's edition of Outside the Huddle. That's it for today's show, but join us next week for more Saints action from Outside the Huddle on CST. I'm your host, Tressie Lindecker. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.